Hey, what up? It's Brad with Home Love Construction, and in this video, I want to answer the question that a lot of home buyers have, and I'm going to answer it as a general contractor. And the question is, should you buy a wood-framed home? So you're looking to buy a home, and you found this really cute old house, but it has wood-framed walls. Now, we're going to do a different video about wood-framed floors, so look for that. You can go on the Home Love Construction channel, you can hit subscribe, and you can look at that. But in this one, I just want to address wood walls. Now, is this the end of the world? Not exactly. Again, wood framed floors, totally different video. Go look at that one for that. But I'm on wood framed walls. Here is what I would look at as a contractor to say yay or nay to buying a house that has wood framed walls. The first would be, what type of siding does it have? And by siding, I mean what's on the outside of the building and what does it look like? If it is a horizontal, what you call a lap siding made out of the hardy board, which is the fiber cement board, that's a very good plus point. It means that it's probably been remodeled. It means that if there were framing issues discovered, they had to have been fixed in order to actually attach the hardy board siding. And it means it's got a water resistant covering on it. That hardy board is actually very water resistant once it's painted. It's not waterproof, but it's water resistant. So you have a much better chance of being protected from water on the inside of, basically on the back side of that siding, because the wall's here, you got your siding over here, it's actually protecting it. The second thing that I would look for is, does it have a stucco exterior finish? Having a stucco exterior finish on a wood frame wall is a major plus point for me. It's actually a very good thing. And here's why. In order to put stucco on a wood frame wall, you have to have 3 layers before the stucco goes on that are protecting the wall. So you have the wall, and then you have a sheet of plywood on top of the wall. And then on top of the plywood, you have a vapor barrier. And then on top of the vapor barrier, you have a tar paper backed wire lath. Now I know that's a lot, but basically the plywood and then a thin little vapor barrier. It's the white Tyvek home wrap stuff. And then you've got a layer of the actual wire mesh, which has additional waterproofing on it. And then you put the stucco on and then you paint the stucco. So the reason that's so important is because that is blocking anything from coming in from the outside, whether it's termites or animals or rodents or water, the biggest one. It's being blocked by all those different layers of stuff. Those wood walls are very well protected. So if that's the case, then I'm looking at a wood frame home and I'm like, okay, I can work with this. Now, the other thing to look at with a wood frame home is, what are the windows made of? Are the windows old wood windows, or are they newer, either aluminum or vinyl, hopefully, windows? If they are newer vinyl or aluminum windows, again, that's a plus point. If it has the original old wood windows, that's not a good thing for me, because you're going to wind up having to replace those. It's just a matter of fact. Making wood frame windows weather tight and making them not leak air is almost impossible. We've had many homes where that's been requested, and it's just never a good solution. We always wind up replacing those old wood windows. So if you're seeing the old wood windows, and by the way that you can know this is if the glass in the window looks a little wavy as you look through it, like literally you can see there's like waves in the glass, that means that it's got the original glass, which was ground by a stone rather than actually cut in a factory. And you can also just, if you knock on the window, it's gonna have a wood sound versus more of like a plastic sound. The other thing that you can look for is, if there are little ropes that go up the window, that means it's a wood window, and it means that it actually has a rope that's tied into the bottom piece of the window. It's called a sash, but the rope is tied into the bottom piece of the window, and there's actually weights in the frame that when you lift the window, the weights go down and make it easier for you to lift it. They offset the weight of the sash. So that said, if you're seeing wood windows, wouldn't recommend buying that home, because you're going to wind up replacing all those windows. And if you are in a historic area, like let's say you're here in Tampa where I'm shooting this video, and you're in the Ybor City neighborhood, you're going to have additional hoops to jump through in order to be allowed to replace your windows, and you're going to have to buy new windows that match the historic style of the windows. So the bottom line is do not recommend that. I've actually made other videos about old wood windows in historic districts and all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't recommend it if it's a wood frame house and you've got the old wood windows. I wouldn't do it. I would walk away and I'd go find a nice block home on the water that's going to last basically forever, because block just lasts forever. So that said, those are my considerations as a general contractor if I'm looking at purchasing a home, especially in Florida with wood walls. Now, if you need help with something like this, if you need help buying a home or figuring out what the renovations are going to be, or designing a home, let's say you're going to buy a house and you're like, okay, this has some potential, but we're going to need some major freaking renovations here. Call me. That's what we do. You can go to homelove.construction/design, and we do architectural design all the time. We've got the GC piece, we've got the architectural piece, we've got the engineering piece, and we've got the interior design piece. We can even do furniture design. We've got that all on our in-house design team. That's all run by our executive team here at Home Love Construction. We do amazing designs that result in photorealistic rendering. So you can literally see, boom, this is what it's going to look like exactly at the end of the project. If you need that, go to homelove.construction/design and we'd be happy to do it for you. It's an amazing process. I personally created the process to make sure that it was what was actually needed by people based on hundreds and hundreds of projects that I've actually done personally and managed and stuff like that. So go to homelove.construction/design so we can get started on your project right away. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button below. It does help me out quite a bit, and I'll see you in the next vid. Peace.